So, reading books offers immense value for the various reasons. It not merely a hobby; it profound impact both of your physical and the mental well-being. So, pick up a book, any book, and embark on a journey of the learning, empathy, and the personal growth. On that note, I would like to welcome you to the second episode of the Bibliothèque. So it's an exciting opportunity to engage directly with the authors, explore their motivations, experience, learnings during the book writing process, plus getting the honest feedback about the content and the discovering the unique selling point, the USP directly from the author side. In today's episode, we delve into the world of extending Dynamic 365 Finance and Operation (FNO) apps with Power Platform, featuring none other than Adrià. These books uncover the synergy between the Microsoft Power Platform and integration with the Dynamic 365 FNO, Finance and Operation, with an essential guide to implementing low code and the no code concept to not only extend and enhance FNO, but also improve the maintainability and the speed up, the complete development and the deployment as well. By the end of this book, you will be equipped with the skills and the knowledge necessary to fully harness the immense potential of the Power Platform and the Dynamic 365 FNO. I would like to gratitude Packt to sending their paper copy from Packt for a review, and I have gone through the books page by page, and even I find really attention grabbing stuff there. And the anticipation end, let's welcome Adrià to the call and give him the floor to introduce himself. So over to you, Adrià.
Hi, Ambes. So first of all, thanks for having me and inviting. Well, my name is Adrià. I'm based near Madrid in Spain. And well, I am currently working at a German logistics company called Hellman Worldwide Logistics as a technical architect and F&O expert. And I'm a Microsoft MVP since October 2020. And well, I've been working with Paxapta, AX, F&O, whatever the name it has, depending on the time, for almost 15 years. And well, now I've written a book about Power Platform too.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for your intro, Adrià. I would I would like to really start with some kind of a very specific questions around that. So the first is, what were your source of inspiration for the book? Like example, if you would like to share some personal experience while writing the book, like how much support you got it from Eva and your parents, because I saw the preface area
Mhm.
and you mentioned about them. So anything about or around that corner?
Well, uh, I will start with the part of my parents
Mm-hmm.
because, well, I wanted to thank them because I wasn't the best student of all, right?
Okay.
I don't think that when people are 18, they are very interested in studying. Of course, it's your job at that time, but you're too young and maybe you want to
Yeah.
do other things. And I wasn't very focused on studies, and well, it took me a bit, but in the end, I ended up
Mm-hmm.
uh, the university. And then, well, my wife Eva. So I have to say that it's not easy to write a book. um, I have a blog where I write
Mm-hmm.
articles, and I was expecting, or so my experience was I write a blog
Mm-hmm.
article, I read through it, add all the images, check that everything
Mm-hmm.
looks fine, and publish it. And when
Mm-hmm.
you write a book, that's not what you should expect.
Yeah. True.
Because you write a first draft,
Mm-hmm.
then somebody will review it, you get
Mm-hmm.
the draft back to you, you need to address the issues. Then you think, okay, I'm finally done with that chapter. But
Mm-hmm.
that draft goes to another person that reviews it again. You need to go again through that chapter. And this process still repeats a fourth time. And at some points, it's a bit overwhelming because you're reviewing 2 3 chapters while
Hmm.
writing another chapter, and it's like a lot of things going on at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
And if it hasn't been for her telling me, "Come on, Adrià,
Hmm.
if it will be worth having written a book, do it," just maybe I wouldn't have finished the book ever. So if you want to write a book, do it, but keep in mind it's not like writing a blog. So anyone listening to
Agree.
this, keep that in mind because it's important.
Hmm. Okay, totally agreed. And thanks for some insight and some tips here for the future of forthcoming authors. The second thing is I would be interested, like how much time did you spend to while writing this book? Like 6 months, year, more than that, less than that?
So start from the beginning to the end, it was around 10 months. I
Mm.
started um, writing the outline, which is
Hmm.
which chapters will the book have, which section inside each chapter. I think it was end of February, March 2023, and I
Hmm.
delivered the last chapter in December 2023. The first draft of the last chapter. Then
Okay.
second
Yeah.
draft came, technical review. So it
Yeah.
was more or less 10 months.
Okay. Because I think the book was published around January 19th or something, if I'm not wrong there. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
And I'm really, or maybe all the, um, you know, the people who read the books, all the readers are really graceful because they can see the content of the book at some point of time. Like I finished the book around in 10 days, 11 chapters, if I'm not wrong. And I like reading, so I can focus and I can do this stuff. So I spend some more time over the weekends and so on. But
Mhm.
it's not probably at justice because somebody's put an effort for the 10 months or 12 months, and other one is just reading in the 10 days. But yeah, this is what I could say because it engaged me on every chapter. So there was something started, and then it forced me to read the next chapters. I had to literally took the break. Otherwise, I would love to read continuously. Maybe if the capacity of my capacity, it just allowed it or not. But it always like back to back because few topics, as I mentioned, in our initial briefing that I was not from the FNO or FNO guy. I was more towards the dynamic CE and the Power Platform, but
Mhm.
it engaged like because there are a lot of contents related with the Power Platform. So it started with the Power BI, then you have a Power App or the Canvas app inside, and then you have the Power Automate there inside this. So a lot of content already inside, and it always have a kind of the new flavor for me that okay, yeah, this can have also been achieved with this way or something like that. So it's always bind me or make my interest around every pages and so on. But yeah, because we were talking about the reviews and everything, to like to share some words for the Caesar or Nathan, like who are the reviewer for the books, or how you found them, or how you engaged them, or it was from your publisher.
Yeah, so there are two reviewers
Hmm.
in the book. One is Cesar Garibaldo. He's
Yeah.
based in the US, and I don't know him personally.
Hmm.
Packt found him, or
Okay,
maybe they had
that's
the
great.
contact.
Hmm.
But I have to tell you that um, the work of reviewers is going through each chapter and then
Hmm.
filling in a kind of form where they suggest improvements,
Yeah.
or if they
Hmm.
have found any issues, they
Hmm.
just notice it and say, "Hey, in page 12, I found this. Is this correct?"
Hmm.
And well, Cesar provided really good feedback, and he was very demanding for more content for each chapter.
Hmm.
uh, I can get back to this later because it's interesting. And the other reviewer is Nathan Klaus, and
Hmm.
uh, I know him personally, and
Hmm.
I suggested him to Packt, and he accepted. So thanks, Nathan. And well, he's also a Microsoft MVP in the business
Mm-hmm.
applications field, and he has been working with AX and F&O for a long, long time. So
Okay.
the people that work with F&O probably will know him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great. That's great. And then I would like to quickly jump on the topic like this book is written for whom? Like I know I have read this, but I would like to hear from you like who is this book for?
So, okay, so I'm a technical person,
Mm-hmm.
and the book is written from the perspective of a technical person, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
a F&O technical, so developer, let's say.
Okay.
And for some, the chapters are presented as a follow along and with
Mm-hmm.
some examples where you can just do the same as in the book. And
Mm-hmm.
for some of them, you need a developer if you
Mm-hmm.
are not one, because there is some code involved on the
Yeah.
F&O side. But it's not focused just for developers,
Mm-hmm.
because I try to make it quite general. So
Mm-hmm.
functional consultants, or not just on the F&O side, but also on the Power Platform side, people that wanted to learn more about F&O and
Yeah.
how it
Sure.
integrated with the Power Platform.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a generalistic book that
Yeah.
could help, but I think it should
Mm-hmm.
or it will help people from all backgrounds that are working with F&O or Power Platform.
True. And to be honest, like it's hard to answer this, but I will still try. Is there any favorite chapter of the book you like most?
Uh, So I should say that probably the first two ones, if I
Mm-hmm.
still recall how the
Yeah.
chapters were on my book. So I tried to provide an introduction on how the Power Platform integration works,
Mm-hmm.
how is
Yeah.
low code related to F&O, and just to set a basis or a base where everybody could say, okay, we are here, we need to do this, we need to do that, we will that data from the F&O site or the Dataverse site. I tried to I tried to write something that was showing what you needed, so the
Mm-hmm.
basics of what you needed to integrate both. So maybe those are my favorite because
Yeah.
it's showing what you really need to start working with the Power Platform and F&O.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Because if you will ask me, like from this book, so I have a hard copy from the Pact. So if you will ask me, like two chapters were quite interesting for me. I accept like everything was interesting for me as a reader. But when you explain about the 12 right and the virtual tables, because this is something new, this is we always heard from our other colleagues like who are managing both FNO and the dynamic CE or Dataverse part. So that was quite interesting for me. And then a chapter at the end, like related with the AI things, because AI in FNO and all of this is
Mhm.
stuff like altogether the kind of the new experience and the new learning there. So to be very honest, like I was quite focused on there. And maybe the thing which I missed, because as a reader I'm quite greedy. So the thing which I missed, in the Power Platform we have the Power Pages also. So there was a great user stories around the Power Pages and then FNO side. And then the second thing is, I would say now the Copilot has been introduced. I know when you started thinking about that, that was not in that one, but this is something probably I wish to see in the future editions there, if you still mind make your mind to write another edition or something, because a lot of colleagues, a lot of customers are asking the queries around that. Okay, the
Mhm.
leveraging the Copilot into the FNO Power Pages, how the deadly combination it would be when you have a Power Pages external facing website with the FNO, the complete FNO inside. um, but as I mentioned, like from my end, it's worth to read, to be honest, like because every chapter have a different experience, different learnings. Um, even the people who are not into the FNO, because when we worked for the enterprise grade applications or the product, we can't just focus on one or two tools. Then we
Mhm.
think about the whole enterprise implementation. And then from the architect perspective also, from the developer perspective, or even from the business consultant perspective, I don't want to miss any part, or I don't want it to be in a call where I don't know the areas around me, and I still be the part of the call and I can't add any value. So I think even the people who are not from the FNO background, they are more from the CE or the Power Platform. Definitely, the book is more focused there, so they should really read. It's worth to read there. But yeah, any additional things you would like to edit here, like
So
any experience, anything would you would like to share?
yes, about the copilot thing,
Mm-hmm.
the first draft of the outcome included
Mm-hmm.
a chapter on Power Virtual Agent.
Yeah.
But while I was writing the book, Power Virtual Agents was renamed as Copilot Studio,
Yeah. True.
and I asked for clarification to
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft, and it's not longer a part of the Power Platform. But
Exactly.
so that chapter was removed, and
No,
well,
totally. Yeah, totally agree with you. Because the same situation, if I'm not wrong, it was around 25th of November or something when there was an announcement around the Microsoft build, and I was strained because I was really focusing a lot of effort in learning and sharing content around the initial Power Virtual Agent PVA, and then suddenly the platform is still there, but it has been rebranded and PVA has been popped out and it rebranded as a Microsoft Copilot Studio with a lot of AI driven functionality inside that one. So it makes some sense for me because now we are trying to make a new family around the Copilot. So even it's a Microsoft
mhm,
365 Copilot, or the Copilots in the products, or Copilot Studio, or even the simple Copilot stuff. But yeah, it is still strange because whenever I go for the session or something, people could ask, okay, look, you are going to the Power Platform Maker Studio, and then you are navigating from, you are
yes,
clicking on the still the Power Virtual Agent, and then you said no, it's a Microsoft Copilot Studio, because on the title and everywhere you still see the Copilot Studio, the new brand, and in the navigation and a lot of the documentation you can still found it's a PVA. I think even in the Microsoft certification like PL200 or something, PVA probably is still the part of this, maybe till next couple of weeks or the months until Microsoft will give an update there. But yeah,
yes,
thanks for the insight, and I really glad for that one. That okay, you just pushed a little bit of focus and your thought process around that one. But yeah, then thank you, Adria, for sharing the valuable time with us, and a big shout out to all of the viewers of their unwavering support here. Remember to subscribe the channels, click the bell icon for the notification, and share the content with your friends and the colleagues. So let's spread the knowledge and the excitement. Stay tuned for the next episode where we will unveil, the books for the reviews. Until then, have a great time and a fantastic day ahead, fantastic week ahead. So thank you so much for your time here, and keep learning.